Aquarius Rising, this is your monthly tarot reading for the month of July 2026, or whenever you see this. You're showing up as Page of Wands reversed, Two of Swords reversed. You've made a decision, you're sticking to it, and you're not telling anyone about it. How you show up at the beginning of this month. So, what do you have? What do you own? What's in your court? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Unsteady money, financial instability. Also, what's that word when you put something off? Temperance. Being fair and balanced. Trying to make the best of your situation. You are working on it, but you have made a decision. Now, what does that decision entail? Knight of Swords. Decided that you're going to help someone or help a situation out. You're going to come to the rescue in some capacity. Knight of Cups. Damn. So you're moving forward with both heart and mind. Seven of Pentacles. Something was not shaping up to be what you expected or what you hoped, what you planned for, and you're discarding it. So what needs to change in July for Aquarius Rising? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Could be a job or lack thereof. Something that you've been doing for a long time that's been very habitual, but it's no longer paying off. So this could be talking about a job change. I also see Ten of Cups reversed. Almost said Ten of Pentacles. Could be both. So we're basically talking about the work group, if it's work, family, whatever, okay? Whatever larger group that you're a part of, it's not doing it for you. There's too much chaos. There's no cohesiveness. It's not fulfilling. Nobody's on the same page. Or it's very disconnected. You've got a new strategy here. You're going it alone and you're doing things your way. And you're working smarter and not harder this time around. That's what's motivating you. At the same time, there's unconditional love here. I feel for yourself and others. You have reasonable expectations about what you deserve. Page of Swords, you're sick of the bullshit and you're ready to let somebody know. The world reversed, but not yet. But not yet. We're not quite ready to put out the memo, to release the tapes. No, we're not quite ready. What do you need to have the courage to do this month, Aquarius Rising, for your own best interest in the opinion of your guides, angels, and loved ones? Four of Swords, slow it up. Hierophant reversed. Obviously, you're a renegade. You're going to do your own thing. Four of Cups. You can expect positive things to come out of this. Just because that you've tried this before and it's failed doesn't mean it's going to happen this time. In fact, this is saying otherwise. You don't need to worry about doing everything by the book and making sure there are no skip steps. With the Seven of Swords here, I think what you're attempting to do and the way you're wanting to do it is perfectly fine. Covert. In your own way. Working smarter. Eliminating what's not necessary. It's like circumventing the entire battle. Whatever, like, confrontation that might have been coming straight for you, you're finding a way to go completely around it and make it, like, irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. In a very unconventional way. But with the Four of Swords, it's saying go ahead and keep that to yourself. Continue keeping it to yourself. And sleep on it as well. It's okay to take your time. This isn't... I mean, with the Knights here, I know it may feel like you have a lot of enthusiasm. Let's go. Let's get this going. Let's make it happen. And it could be because there's been a lot of delay with the Knight of Pentacles reversed over here too. There's been delay in, like, improving your financial situation or your material situation. That could be where you live, the things you own, tangible stuff. And so now you're feeling like, I just need to charge ahead. But this is saying, no, go ahead and take some time out. Chariot, you're in control. You're in the driver's seat, whatever this is. Be unafraid to get in the driver's seat. Maybe literally. What's a detail that Aquarius Rising might miss if they're not paying attention? What do they need to focus on? What small thing could be happening in the background here? Two of Cups. Someone might have a relationship, romantic relationship in inside of a greater family group, inside a workplace. It's corporate. This is that's like a structure with hierarchy, and it could have a negative effect towards that structure with hierarchy, towards its financial security, longevity, or permanency. Yeah, some kind of relationship is at play here. Is it your relationship? Your romantic relationship, Aquarius Rising, could have an effect? Ace of Pentacles reversed. No. I'm seeing the lion here. I'm seeing the woman. So this may be a fire sign woman, or just someone who has like very flamboyant big hair, or like colorful hair, or hair that's very distinctive if you're trying to like pin down who this person is. And I'm just seeing the woman here. So I think that's like the part of the counterpart that you're more familiar with. If this is like a same-sex relationship, then can't help you there. It could be two women, but whoever's more girly. That's what I want to say for that. What do you need to know about this? Nine of Swords reversed. They could help you undermine this greater crystallized hierarchy, because I see the Hierophant reversed here as well. So like you're supposed to be shaking something up. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Like this is like you know, some kind of like espionage, like fucking revolution. Like what is this reading? They're outside of the greater hierarchy, this couple, because they're not bothered about keeping everything going that they've been, or staying in this like jail, confinement. They're not concerned about staying in this confinement or doing what's juggling everything they're being told to juggle. So they're kind of like countercultural as well, or like going against the grain or doing their own thing. Or this could be someone that you're in a relationship with, yes, but I don't really get that. I think it's just like a couple. I don't know. Hopefully take it as it resonates. King of Cups I'm also getting, so it could be a water sign. Someone that has like a lot of emotional intelligence and generally is pretty even keel no matter what's going on around them. So the most important person to Aquarius Rising this month, as it pertains to the context of this reading. What a strange reading. Strength. Cool. Someone very disciplined, strong, quiet. Not necessarily quiet, I suppose, but like quiet about their strength. And I'm getting a story here. Three of Wands. There's someone that is not expecting, you know, to be stabbed in the back. And their boundaries aren't strong enough, and they've already been injured, they've already been put out, they've already been othered, made to stand on the sidelines. It's like this whole story going on of like this friend group or work group or family. Someone that is really deserving of respect and usually keeps their mouth shut, usually keeps to themselves. They could be a Taurus. They didn't expect to be stabbed in the back. So like they do have defenses, but they're not strong enough to beat back attackers this month. It looks like Eight of Cups are going to have to walk away from something because of a misfortune, wheel reversed. There will be illumination on that. Also self-actualization for them. Queen of Pentacles, financially stable. Queen of Swords reversed. Truth no matter what. Truth of the highway. My way or the highway. This could be the attacker here, because this is completely different from the rest of this energy, other than the Five of Swords. A my way or the highway, hypercritical, very verbally biting person could be coming after the strength person here. The Lovers. Okay, this is someone that you have some level of partnership with. Y'all are besties, close coworkers. You had a plan you were working on together. I think that's probably the most succinct way to put it for a general reading. And they might have to walk away. Hangman, you have to change in perspective. Where are we gaining victory at? Because we're losing our foothold here and now we're burdened. And then back to that negative swords energy. So anyway, this is something that's going on. Maybe you wanted to rush into their rescue. Maybe you wanted to support them, stand by them, whatever. But with the Queen of Swords reversed and a Five of Swords, there's no winning against that. Not directly anyway. Which again is where that Seven of Swords comes in. I wonder, Ace of Pentacles, if you have an opportunity, a financial opportunity or material opportunity to go somewhere new with this, where you don't have to, you can sidestep this Queen of Swords person for you and this lovers, association that you have with whoever this is. What's a secret that Aquarius Rising doesn't know about that they need to know about? Six of Swords. I mean, you might have to get out of there pretty quickly, wherever it is. Two of Wands reversed. I think there could be a desire to let everyone know what's going on and be very public about things. But at the end of the day, you might just have to leave with the clothes on your back and with no plans in place. Because when the truth comes out, the stability and the security is revoked. A money flow or a financial stability that could even symbolize like a home or four walls. Like I think of Nine of Pentacles upright as like a garden. So that would be a place that sustains and feeds you, and a walled garden that protects you as well. So like once the truth comes out, then that protection and sustainment is no longer available to you, and you may just have to get out of there with no plans in place. Shit. That's crazy though, because it's sitting here saying like, but wait and see, wait and see. Is it that you have to wait for the stability to be revoked, for things to go in an ideal way for your best interest rather than you making the first move, even though you're aware of what's going on? I feel like, yes. The Magician. You're aware of what's going on. You have everything that you need to make a move. Page of Cups reversed. But it's a negative emotional message. Five of Pentacles that can put you as an outsider, that can separate you from wealth and from a group of people that can connect you. So you need to stay aligned with connections. Emperor reversed. If there's a common enemy here who's in charge, a Queen of Swords type, and this is off the fucking screen. I didn't see that until now. If this is the common enemy, let them be your enemy. Let them take you down so that you can retain your contacts, because that is what is needed moving forward no matter what. Like you're out of there regardless, it looks like. And again, I don't know if this is like a family or a workplace or a friend group, but it's association with a group. You're out of there regardless, but you want to retain the most amount of contacts and don't allow yourself to be scapegoated by this person. Oh, they snuck around, they did this, Seven of Swords, they stole my shit, or they sabotaged me, or they were really fucking petty, and yeah. The smart play here is actually to let them be the bully. Let them apply insult to injury, both to the person that you really care about here, your bestie, work colleague, partner, but also to you, so that everybody can be completely sure and without any doubt of who this Emperor reverse, Queen of Swords reverse person is. A scumbag. Abusive, basically. About as abusive as I can get in cards. I don't necessarily feel it strongly in energy, which is maybe why they're kind of covert about it, which is why if you turn and try to gain the upper hand, even though you could do it, what it would end up doing is allow them to continue to conceal their true nature from people who aren't as tapped in as you are. How interesting. What an interesting story. Sorry. That sounds like a great deal of chaos to be going through, but I think having a common enemy can bring people together. And again, the suggestion is to keep your mouth shut. Keep it to yourself for right now. Five of Wands. All the girlies are going to be talking about it. Everyone's going to have to be talking about it by the end of the month. What's the outcome for Aquarius Rising? Things move quickly. Six of Wands could be an embarrassing situation. It's not going to feel very good. But High Priestess, you're going to have your higher knowing and your higher truth that, like, okay, you're going to get signs and symbols that will alert you that, like, okay, this is exactly what was supposed to happen, or like I'm heading in the right direction. Here's where I need to go, and yeah, you're going to be guided all along the way. But it could be quite embarrassing. There's going to be a lot of talk around it, at least right away. In online spaces, Eight of Wands, through text. This is digital communications for me. So people are going to be yip-yapping. But I don't really see it as gossip. It's more just like, oh my God, did you see what happened to Aquarius Rising? Like, damn, I can't believe that they did them like that. Or like, do you think that they're, like, what did they do? Or is it a pattern with this Emperor, Queen of Swords reverse person? And yeah, so it's going to get people talking. But again, your higher self, your calling, your sign symbols, guides, and loved ones are showing you the way out of this. King of Swords right behind, that would be your card. This is a warning. It could be very tempting to get greedy, Six of Pentacles right behind it, and become cold and closed off and very critical. The best thing for you to do at this time is Hangman, withdraw, gain a new perspective. Things will look different from the other side. You'll see Tower. It was never on firm foundations to begin with. Your association with these people. Queen of Cups reversed. These are unstable, emotionally unstable and unwell people. Someone involved. Whoever's at the crux of all of this is, I guess, what I would say. There could even be like addictions of some kind or substance abuse. Yeah, Hangman. I mean, this whole thing is going to look different from the other side to you. And so that's why you're being told to like just wait it out and see, because there's just some things that aren't available to you right now because you're just right in the middle of it and you really want to get your get back. That's not advised here. Sorry. But when you're on the other side of it, it should be easier to let go of the desire to get the get back, because you're going to see just how tormented some of these people are. And it's like, okay, well, nothing that I had planned with the Seven of Swords little game, a little scenario is going to do anything worse to you than what you're already doing to yourself or what you're already living through. And it's not even worth my time or to get my hands dirty. No. So Aquarius is wider circle, the ever-present importance for Aquarius, whether you like it or not. The group is always important. How do they react once the Six of Swords goes down for Aquarius Rising? How does the wider group react, whatever group they're associated with? Four of Wands. Damn, they might celebrate it. What the fuck? Three Cups, they gossip too, and then talking behind your back. Okay, that is what the fuck. Emperor reversed. The Lovers. These are the people. Okay, so anyone who's already made their bed with this Emperor reverse person who is critical, cold, they're extremely nitpicky, they're my way or the highway, they'll never see anyone else's truth other than their own, and they're in charge even though they have no right to be, and they are not all that competent. Anyone who has signed on the dotted line and is in bed with this person in whatever way possible. If it's a family, it could be like their spouse or someone that's always taken their side, and so it's kind of hard for them to like pull away now. If this is a workplace, then this would be like, you know, someone that they hired, or like that they were paid off or given a promotion, because it's like, okay, well, you always go along with me, so I'm going to give you the promotion. All right. They already are in control of them, Chariot, and they've already made the contract, whatever that might be, whether it's a social contract or an actual very real contract. So you can trust and believe that all those people will be celebrating your downfall when you're gone. And what about anyone else? Ace of Swords. They see it as a fucking total victory for you. Why? Why do they see it as a victory for Aquarius Rising? Anyone else? High Priestess. They also have the intuition. They have the inner knowing. Nine of Wands. They're locked into their spiritual path. They're creatives. They're go-getters. They're fired up. Three of Pentacles. They respect your excellence. They respect your creative ability. That you have skills and talents. They're expecting you to have good karma from this in one way or another, to get your fair dues. And they want that for you. Three of Swords, they want your healing. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles reverse. It wasn't worth it. There's going to be a new offer right around the corner. So they'll be very supportive and would celebrate you, the cutting loose, however that may happen, as a win, really a win, because intuitionally it's just a toxic situation. So there's kind of like two camps, and you'll sort of know, based on how people treat you and what they say, as to who's the real one with the real intuitional guidance that's connected with spirit and is into and understands what you're into and understand. And who's made their deal with the devil, basically, with the fucking Emperor reversed, a narcissist. Empress, wow. You know why you were made a target of this person? Because you're a fucking Empress. Damn, that's giving me chills. Let's talk about that for a moment. The Empress is open to receive the reality of their situation. They know that their influence, their kindness, their support, gentleness, creative ability, like the most creative card in the deck is the Empress. She's literally giving birth to people. This is the creative aspect of humanity. And if you have at any point taken for granted major change, here we go. If you have everything comes together right at the end. If you have taken for granted any aspect of yourself that is deeply creative and inspired and can go with the flow, where you don't have to impress your energy on people, that you don't have to like force your way to the head of the line or the front of the class or having the last word. You don't have to sit at the head of the table. Like, you don't need any of that. You have the strong inner knowing of the High Priestess, and you have the upwelling of limitless, effortless creativity and abundance of the Empress. That is so fucking desirable. Everybody fucking knows it, whether they want to accept it or not. An Emperor reverse will literally fight tooth and nail to destroy an Empress upright, because an Emperor reversed has assumed the role of control, authority, and dictation, and, telling people what to do from on high without having earned it, without going through the proper channels of learning what it's like to be in those lowly spaces of being a follower and being a soldier first and being in the infantry. No, they just wanted to jump right up to general. And when they see someone who has effortless love, support, and recognition come towards them, ideas come so readily to them, it's so dangerous. They want to steal everything from you. They want to fucking take your destiny. They're pretending to have your destiny by being an emperor reverse. Whoever this is, like, I don't give a fuck. Male, female, I don't, younger, older, doesn't matter. They, like a narcissist, are so deeply insecure and so incredibly fragile that every waking moment is spent pretending and masking. And one of the most likely subjects for them to copy is an empress like yourself. And so if there is a real empress in the mix, in the group, that person has to be devalued and destroyed and eliminated and just gotten the flying fuck out of there. Because when you hold up the real thing next to the fraud, everyone's going to know what's what. And through this experience, what I would say would be really healthy to take away from it is the deep understanding and appreciation that you are the real motherfucking thing. And there's people out there that are trying to imitate you. They are trying to pretend to be you. They are trying to destroy you because they know that they're a fraud. And there are all kinds of reasons as to how a sweet soul would end up so fragile and so self-hating that they would be this kind of monster. And that's a subject for another day. But in the meantime, don't lower yourself to their level of their games. Rejection is protection. This major change has something right behind it. Page of Pentacles. New opportunities, bitch. I'm telling you. New opportunities. There's just something new. This is no longer a burden worth having. There's nothing new for you to learn here. You've done your time. It's time to move on. At the end of the day, we're all here for spiritual growth. Not to do like any of these other little goals that we create. As much as they could have spiritual growth in that goal, like reaching for that goal, as much as there could be spiritual growth in it for us. At the end of the day, that's all that Source cares about. And it's time for you to move on. You've already mastered this class, is what I want to say about that. So for Aquarius Rising, letting go of the Star. Now that would be your card. Death. Wow. The Devil. Okay. There are a great many things that you are transforming in this whole process. First of all, you're escaping from a fucking devil cycle. Right behind it is your purpose and calling with Judgment. That's incredible. So you're beating an addictive cycle. What is that addictive cycle? A feeling that you have to continually change and transform yourself to reach some kind of higher calling for a certain type of purity or being noticed, being seen. And this, you become invisible. And the willingness to become invisible and let someone else's evil, stupid fucking narrative take over the hearts and minds of those who are foolish and not on your level. That's what you got to do this time. You have to allow yourself to become invisible in this situation to break this devil cycle. Can you become nothing? Can you leave people with unanswered mysteries, unanswered questions? Can you let people assume whatever they want to assume about you? And I think you can. I really do. But this is asking for the master class. I saw 2929 a second ago. We're at the end, the anaretic degree. This is as hard as it's going to get in this type of lesson. Can you do it? Are you up to the fucking challenge? I'm so pumped about that. That, yes, is the answer. I'm telling you now. Like, if you didn't know, you better damn well know. Empress, High Priestess. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, you're 29 degrees. And if you have any planets at 29 degrees, look into that. Or anything transiting there. Yeah. Cutting edge. Cutting edge. Okay. Aquarius. Cutting edge. You're at the cutting edge. Slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. But like you're at the cutting edge. Does anyone else understand what it's like to be this far advanced? Every time I read for you, I get shit like this. River of release. Drift along the river of release, where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. Release everything. All the people involved with this, everything that everyone said and did towards you negatively. Let the river wash it away. Let it wash it away. I know you have a strong center and sense of self. That's not the subject at this point. It's really just letting people have the complete fucking wrong idea about you and letting it go. The warrior. Oh, shit. The warrior is the archetype we're dealing with this month for you. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with sword in hand, moving blindly towards battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. I can't make this up, okay? This is literally a death cycle right here. I can't pick this up. Anyway. Star, Death, Empress, High Priestess. Like, look no further than these 4 cards right here. You know, you're allowing old versions of self, what you hope to portray, to die to the reality of your own inner not knowing and allowing things to be as they are. You're not pressing the issue. You're not forcing the matter. Let's continue. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one, with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within, then surrender to the battle. Be careful, as the warrior implies war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. Can you defeat your lower impulses? Those old ways of being that required recognition, specialness, people seeing you in your naked glory for who you actually are as that symbol. Maybe naked too, but. Or are you willing to let them see any mirror image of themselves as you pass into the ether and on? It's time to go on. Fierce clarity, purposeful action, resolve, resilience. If you want to go deeper, Tao Te Ching, chapter 68 in the Bhagavad Gita, which is a book that I need to pick back up here pretty quick. I've been thinking about it. All right, my dear. One last card for you. I stand in awe and respect. This is killer. And if none of these people in this messy mess will ever recognize you for who you are, I recognize you, my dear. You're a real one. And this is fucking badass. This is what real spiritual growth is made of. Real spiritual growth is made of. These are those moments. Angels, guides, and loved ones on your side got something to tell you. You have the power to create the life that you love. Remember that. One more for Aquarius. One more for Aquarius. Interesting. Speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. Give your inner critique a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. So here's the thing with that. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. Speak up and speak out. Give your inner critique a vacation day and be kind to yourself. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. I think if it could be soothing to you and you feel strongly that it's ill-advised to go to that low road and be as petty and as devious as you can be to match this energy, if you're trying to avoid that, but you really feel like your voice isn't being heard, find other avenues. Find people outside of the situation. Find a resource that you can talk to about it so that at least you can get your heart off, this weight off your chest. And so it's not an inner turmoil because of the inner critique, right? And if it's not being spoken or said, it could turn inward on itself. It's worth pursuing safer, more third-party, non-connected places to speak your piece, just to get it out, and release that tension for sure. Okay. That's what I've got for you. If you like that, please like and subscribe. I also have Venus. Well, they're not even Venus sign. I'm actually doing it by sun sign now just to make it a little easier because a lot of people don't know their Venus signs. Sun sign, love and relationship readings. So look for your sun sign there on my channel. Got more stuff coming soon. Stay tuned. I'm already picked up a thread from last month with each of these readings for the rising sign. So if you want to see, like, go back and see what I read for June, that reading for Aquarius Rising is also up. So you can go check that out. Regardless of what you do, you're a badass. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you next time. Bye.